Hi, I'm Troy Bailey, and welcome to the Comic Book Movie Collector's Guide, the show about collecting all things superhero cinema. And today we are looking at Doomed, the untold story of the Roger Corman's Fantastic Four movie. So let's get into it. Doomed, the untold story of Roger Corman's The Fantastic Four, is a feature-length documentary film with a runtime of 85 minutes. The film was first shown at the San Diego Comic-Con on the 10th of July 2015, but the film was never released into theatres. It was first released on Blu-ray on the 15th of November 2016 by Uncorked Entertainment, with no DVD or 4K HD release as of this video. It was written and directed by Marty Langford and was produced by Mark Grove and Mark Sykes. The film was funded by an Indiegogo campaign that only reached $8,020 of its $70,371 goal. This documentary explores the circumstances surrounding the legendary cult classic Roger Corman's 1994 film The Fantastic Four that was made but never released. All of the fascinating stories around this lost film are told through in-depth interviews with the cast and crew. Okay, the disc in case. Now, even though this is a low budget thing, I have to admit I really do enjoy this case. This looks really good. It goes well with, I'll just grab it here. It goes well with your Fantastic Four movie, by the way, as well. Looks good. I love this. I love the Doom logo. That looks pretty good. Spine, not too bad. Fits well, like I said, with your Fantastic Four. See that? Not too bad. And on the back, not a bad one at all. And of course, that great looking Doctor Doom. I love that. Very good indeed. But as we go in, the same as the last one. I'm not overly fussed on it. It's very simple. And this version, I got a bonus disc as well, which I'll talk about later. But yeah. Overall, for what it is, and considering it's like not necessarily made on the cheap, but made on a budget, I really like it, and the graphics look really good. So for this one, I'm probably going to give this a 7 out of 10. The story and script. Now, even though there's no script here, this does, however, tell a great story of how a group of people got together to try and make a great film on no real budget about one of the most famous superhero groups of all time. But in the end, they had the carpet pulled out from underneath them just before it was about to be released by some shady corporate forces. Now, it's quite the compelling story, and of like this unraveling of the mystery about what happened to this film that seemed like it was just about to be set to be released and then just vanished off the face of the earth, only to be leaked out and by bootleg copies over the years. This doco does a great job of telling this story that just keeps you interested right till the end, and just unravels all this great stuff. So with that, I'm going to give this a score of 28 out of 30. From page to screen. Now, the interviews were great, and what I did notice was there was no voiceover sort of telling the audience the story. It was all cut together so well that the people they interviewed pretty much told the whole story themselves, and it was a really great touch. What shines through, though, is that everyone in this interview just had such a real passion for the project, and real sadness too that it just never got to see the light of day. And you really do feel for them, as even though that this was kind of going to be their big break, into the film industry. So not only do they sort of solve the mystery surrounding this film, but they also kind of reveal a real emotion behind it. And that's what makes this such a great doco, as it has no hidden agenda like some docos do. It just has this passion to find out, the truth of what really happened, what really went down 20 years ago. And that's what I think is just awesome about this thing. So with that, I'm going to give this a score of 19 out of 20. Okay, special features. Now, this is packed with special features, and the version I got, as you saw earlier, came with a bonus disc which features some little extra stuff. But I'm not going to list them all. If you just look up here, I've got them listed here with what specials came on the original disc, and then of course the second one here is what came on the bonus disc. Now, as you can see, heaps of stuff there to watch. And I really have to say I enjoyed all of the segments, as each of them just provided like this little nugget of information just on top of the main story, which was just such a great touch. So with all of those great special features, I'm definitely going to give this a 9 out of 10. Critics review. Now, the critic score came in at 88% and the audience score was 63%. Now, this occasion, I'm going to have to side with the critics on this, as this is such a great doco. And I'm not sure where the audience score was so low, but I did see some YouTube reviewers out there, which was only a handful really, there's only a couple. They pretty much all had good things to say about it. Anyway, it is what it is. So if we round it up, you get a score of 7 out of 10. My review. Now, for me, I've followed this movie's journey from back in the day when I first heard about it in Film Threat and Wizard Magazine, and I've always been intrigued by the story behind it. So when I heard about this doco, I could not wait to watch it. And you know what? It didn't disappoint. And when you start watching it, you start to learn that there's just so much more to this movie than a studio just trying to keep the rights. There's a real human element to it, and of like how it affected so many people's lives. And it just added just like another level to it that you're not really expecting. And I kind of feel like this doco was, it's put together so well that the story just flows and tells it from the many experiences from all the people who had some sort of significant role in making the film. I learnt so much from this, and it gave me very much a new perspective on the movie, that's for sure. And I pray, I really do, that someone at Marvel will wake up to themselves and release the Fantastic Four movie, as the fans like myself will buy that shit up in a heartbeat.
Shut up and take my money!
So with that, I give this a resounding score of 19 out of 20. Final thoughts. So, of course, first up is collectability, and if we look on the collector scale, I'm going to say this one will be for your comic book fan and up, as I don't think you need to know too much of the backstory to enjoy this doco, but, it does help a little. Now, as far as availability goes, this one is on your average side of things, as just a quick search online and you can just buy a copy straight from the creators themselves off Facebook, or if you're like me, it wasn't too hard to find a copy on eBay, but you definitely will not find it at your local retail outlets. Now, as far as your average price goes, if you're looking just to get the doco on Blu-ray, you will get it for anywhere from $20 to $25. But if you're like me, you got the doco and the original film, you can pick that up on Blu-ray for anywhere between $40 to $50. Now, there is no DVD or 4K HD release as of this video. Now, for the final score, we get a grand total of 89 out of 100. Now, that's an awesome score for an awesome doco. At minimum, you should go out and watch this, but you should grab yourself a copy and support the makers of this film, as they did such a great job. Go out now, go on, go get a copy. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Go.
Finally, after 20 years, this story is going to be told.
Thank you so much for watching. Look, I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and of course, if you did, why not hit the like, subscribe and notification buttons, as it really helps the channel out, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much to you, and thank you to all of you who already have. Also, Why not let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this stocko, or if you're lucky enough to have a copy in your collection. Also, if you would like to request a review, or you want to see something else on the channel, by all means, please let me know via email at comicbookmoviecollector@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on the socials at comicbookmoviecollector on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All the links will be down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.